Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 83 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In this episode, we have a lot to go through and figure out as we continue the cooling battle within the base. I think to start this off, we are going to fix some of the wiring that we are missing. So that's 9 of those. Let's get some of this powering wire back. We're gonna move all of this out of here and just kind of move the rest of the coal generators down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have another area just like this one set up. This way we rely upon all of the coal to be down here instead of up here. This is why we have all of this carbon dioxide, right? We have it from the generators that are just continually running. So we're going to fix that, and hopefully that should give us a better way of handling the gases that are getting trapped up here, and then sending all of that trapped gas into either the rocket or however else we want to do it. We do need to fix this. We need to go down and we need to send the extra hydrogen into these reservoirs, even though they're not going anywhere right now. But we can't have the amount of gases sit here. Let's also change this piping to steel. Let's see, let's make sure that's right. Do we have access? We do not have access right now. Here, what we want to do is cut off the flow right there. We're going to let it continue, go all the way around, and then we will adjust it in a moment. This pipe right here, we're going to adjust again. And one of the suggestions was to turn this into a loop with water instead of ethanol because of the power situation that we ran into. So I think we're just going to leave it like this for now and then change that once we fix the rest of this setup over here inside of the electrolyzers and getting rid of the extra radiant gas pipes. That's kind of where I want to go. We don't need these guys, so we can get rid of those. We do need to figure out a use for all this extra water, so I'm thinking of putting it up here, sending it to the what am I thinking of here? The other SPOM that we are going to create. So that's probably the route that I'm going to take. Let's go with ventilation first. We need one gas pump here. We're gonna need some automation, an Atmos sensor. That's gonna be right next to it. We want some mesh tiles. 1, 2. This is just a standard setup that most people know about. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do that again on the other side. 1, 2, and then give us a gap. All the materials are coming back. Wonderful. And then now we want one of these and one of these, right? So this is I want to call it a micro setup with these electrolyzers that we're going to put in here. Oops. Too many over. There we go. Oh, did I not? No, I did not set this up. Whoops. We need to go. We need one extra over here. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then all 4 of these right here. Same thing on the other side. My word. Get it together, Dom. What are you doing here? There we go. And then on top of this, we'll have a couple of doors. One, and then we'll put another door right here once all of this is cleared out. So we'll give them some time to make that. What do we have on the blueprint bin? A slickster. We'll put the slickster in the other location. We don't really need it because we have a bunch, but that's okay. Let's see, what else do we have plumbing wise? So does that just drop off the oil right here? I think it does. So we're gonna need another pump to pump out this oil. Let's cut this off. I don't want this running without us knowing. Let's come back over here, take a look at the SPOM, right? Okay, so now we go like this, and it should work just as intended now. Let's cut that, stop those, grab the rest of that piping back. Did they change this yet? They changed some of it, not all of it. Let's turn that to a 9 in priority. Okay. We want all of this made. And then we want a higher priority, like a 9. Yeah, we need that so we get power back to these. Okay. We did move a lot of the stuff down here. We'll make that out of copper. 1, 2, and then right here we need another one of those. Down, over, and over, and over. Just like that. Let's see, can we make it without breaking that one? We can, okay. Perfect. We'll turn that into a 9. Right? And then what I want to do at the bottom, well, first of these two, and then, oh wait, we should probably put, do we have power here? We do have power, okay, cool. Plumbing. Okay, we'll put those there. Once that's complete, then I will close that off, and then we will have, oh wait, why are we doing that? We don't need to break those down. What we want to do is we want to have some of this pulled out. Let's do ventilation, gas pump. We're just gonna put it here for now. I want to pump out all this chlorine, send it somewhere where it can be useful. Let's see, are they making, okay, they are slowly making that. How is this doing? Not there yet. Almost. Okay. We are allowing them to go in and out of that door. Don't know why they're taking so long, but it's not a big deal. So yes, what was happening is we had this on its own set of power directly attached to the SPOM, and it was consuming too much because we did not have the water into steam yet, so it was taking way too long for that power generation. So it wasn't enough to sustain it. So all we did was we reattached everything behind the power spine instead of in front of it, so that we could deal with this in the correct manner. We also need to probably change the way some of this other stuff is set up. This is still getting pretty cold. I mean, having a cold area is not a terrible thing. I'm gonna get some more barbecue. Let's look at the gas pipe here. So we have a lot of carbon dioxide. I think I want to get rid of this pipe because we're not really using it for anything. We want insulated gas pipe. There we go. Get rid of those. My original intention was to send all of the carbon dioxide down and around and up through the base, kind of like it is right now, but it's not really doing much, so we don't really have enough carbon dioxide in order to do that anyways, so we'll have to fix it in another format. Let's go down and over all the way across, and then we do need to set the low threshold to, let's do 20. There we go. So now all these are going to be generating when they should be. We should change all this to a 9, because I don't want to miss out on all of the power generation required from the base. There's so much to do. Okay, see, this is still idle. So we have so much in the pipes. Now, why are we... That's why we can't reach it. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Okay, let's continue. Change this all to a 9 as well. Okay, and then we're going to need this guy right there, and then... Yeah, these saves are getting a lot longer. We'll do another one of those. Once this is closed off, I'm going to send all of this polluted oxygen out underneath. Get it all out of the area so that way it's pumping the correct oxygen into the Atmos suits. Steel is there. Now that we can actually get into this room, it should work right. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So let's look at this temperature. Let's look at the temperature of the actual hydrogen. So it's coming in at 38.2 and going out at 38.3. That is not okay. It's because it's not able to loop enough right now. Yeah, once this gets fixed up, we'll take a look at it in a moment and fix it the way we need to. I'm almost gonna come in here and change this to hydrogen, I think, at some point, if this is not efficient enough for us. Okay, we have a lot of carbon dioxide. Let's open this right here, get carbon dioxide across. It goes down and into this area, drop down to the bottom. Okay, and then there is a way. Let's see here. Go over. No, we don't want a valve. That's not what we want. We want to throw a ventilation, and then we'll do a couple of filters for now. We'll do one filter and just filter out. No, we'll do a secondary filter as well. Okay, so the first one, we go output here, right? And then if it's chlorine, we're going to send it, should we go up or should we go, yeah, let's go up instead. Up, over, down. And around. Let's see, where are we sending it to? we'll send it here. We'll just send it in this room since we have a bunch of chlorine, right? And then if it doesn't, then it comes in here. And then carbon dioxide, where are we going to send you? I know exactly. Here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna change this again because I can't make up my mind. Open over, and then this is gonna be carbon dioxide going straight up. Actually, let's go up and over behind everything, straight up to the top. And then I think we'll have a reservoir maybe here. Wait, can we even have a reservoir there? Let's look. Let's just test that out before we... Yeah, we can. Okay. And then what I want to do is add some steel, radiant. There we go. So it's going to take some of that heat out of here with it, so that way it gets nice and warm. Then we send it all the way up here to the rocket. And we also need to make the rest of this into insulated. Yeah, all that needs to be insulated pipe. And then we will get rid of these. Perfect. And then on top of that, what I would like to do is I want to, I'm going to close it off. I'm not going to allow any more gases to go on either side. And then probably put the actual gas pump down here after we're done. Actually, I should just do that right now, right? There we go. And then what we should do is gas element sensor. We'll put that just like that. So it's not running all the time. Okay, and then power. How much is on this line? 1720. How much do we need? We need 24, so 480. That is more than the allotted amount for here. But we're not going to be using that gas pump. So that's 240. We're not going to be using that gas pump. That's another 240. So this is fine. So what we'll do is go down and around. Like so. Then we can change it later on if we need to. Yeah, I think that looked good. Okay. Let them fix that up. Let's go up here. Did they turn that all into steel? They did. Everything else is made out of gold. Okay. How is the gases looking? Yeah, now we're getting oxygen inside of the ventilation pipe for some reason. Not sure why that's happening. Oh, it's because we had a duplicate in here a couple of times, so a little bit here and there is going to be fine. If these get damaged, they're only made out of copper ore, so a little bit of extra copper to fix those broken, that's fine. Okay, all that looks good. What's up with these? Let's get rid of all this extra spaghetti pipe. We don't need it anymore. Where is all this going? I have no idea. Actually, we're just going to get rid of this whole pipeline and let it settle wherever it goes. I'm completely okay with that. We need to get rid of some of the spaghetti anyways. It was a bit over the top. Alright. How's our other SPOM up here doing? It's pretty good. Okay, we do need to change some things up here. We need to go all the way across and kind of like this. We need an electrolyzer set up, so let's go oxygen, electrolyzer here and here, and then we also need a door right there. We'll wait until this is finished before we break all of that. We don't have any materials inside, so we don't want to add more and more materials. Because that would not be good. Okay. One other thing that occurred to me is this setup is completely on the opposite side of the base, so we do not have it attached to our power generation like we do other things. So it might be beneficial to move that setup and then use the cooling from this cooling loop to keep this area cold instead of the way we have it set up right now. So I may change that. I haven't fully decided yet, but having extra power is better than not having extra power, so that's kind of why I was thinking about that. We may adjust eventually. Let's take a peek at what Dom is doing. Alright. Got quite a bit of stuff going on. He's got some food, we've got nutrient bars, some meat, some bog jelly, Pacu fillets. Let's see. I don't think he can cook. We may need to send a cook over here. Okay, no, that's too much liquid. Alright, so ethanol. What is going on with this ethanol? It's too cold, isn't it? Alright, since ethanol is too cold, we'll do crude oil instead. Right, so if we look at how cold it is, yeah, it's a little too cold for the ethanol. Or is it? No. Why is it doing that? That's really bizarre. Either way, we're putting crude oil here instead of ethanol. It's a much better idea. Yeah, I think we're gonna send another duplicate over here just so that he has food. One of our cooks. Let's come over here and there we go. We're gonna send Josh over there so he can cook. This hasn't been set up either. We will eventually be sending crude oil over here. In fact, let's get prepared for that. Let's go over here, liquid reservoir, throw that up, and then this is gonna go right into the building input. Perfect. That's pretty much what I want to see. I want to see all this get done in an efficient manner. And we want crude oil because it has a high heat temperature, it has a lower condensation temperature. How is this looking? Let's take a look at the temperature since we've swapped over some stuff. It's still pretty warm in the vicinity. We should do just to help preserve the area. There we go. Yeah, now that the gases have settled again from going in and out of that room, we won't have that issue of breaking the devices. What we could do is, why don't we just turn this to 900 and then move all of this right now. Let the gases settle, and then we should be good. There we go. I don't like leaving materials in places they shouldn't be, right? That's kind of why we're doing this over here. Let's change this to a 9. Haven't set up anything in the background up here yet, so everything's looking really nice. I'm really happy. Oh my gosh. Look. Yeah, let's wrangle the pinch row. If that one turned into a big pinch row, this would not be good. Yeah, that would have been a pretty bad experience there. Let's do, for food. Where's the egg cracker? There it is. Crack those eggs if we need to. Put that as a 9. Yeah, but we have so many of these long hair slicksters. We could probably move. No, don't wrangle. Just move them into the bathroom. Let's see. How's the decoration value in the bathroom? We get. Oh, we get so much. 120 is max. 42, 42, 33, 30. Yeah, that's way more than 120. Everything's looking nice and shiny over there. And then we have all these Pacu that are just hanging out. Because we have other eggs here, right? Eggs, Pacu fillets, all kinds of things in that room. We made a bunch of adjustments to the way that things are set up in here. We should not have any sort of issue cooking surf and turf, since all of the Pacu fillets are now stored here. Alright. They're completing this, which is good. We need to set up the automation. So, automation wire. Let's do... Oh, we need another one of these to go here. Automation wire, go here. Oop. Let's do that again. And like that. That should be enough. We will have a hydrogen generator generating all of this stuff, which is about there. I don't know if we'll be able to reach those, but that's okay. Power hydrogen generator will go like that. We will need a battery. We're going to make that out of copper. Yeah, we need to get rid of all those extra things. Alright, we have a lot of stuff that they need to complete, so we are going to change it to the minimum speed. Oh. Sorry, Joshua. Bye. We forgot to send him over. We just kind of left him over there for a hot minute. So let's do Swampy Delights, barbecue, keep those forever. We don't have any regular mushroom. That's okay. But at least now, Dom is not alone. That is the real good thing. Ethanol is still right there? Okay. Let's change this to a 9, and then let's mop this up and change that to a 9. And they are on separate schedules, so Dom snoring should be fine. There we go. What we're doing right here is we're going to create a liquid lock. And that's specifically for going into this region over here. Right, I want to figure out what this is. I need to figure out what this is. So we're going to create a nice, wonderful ladder that goes down here. And then we're going to open this up. And then we're going to open this up as well. That's just where we are going and why we are doing that. All right. Is that rust? Is that what that is? Yeah, that is rust. Okay. We have a lot of rust. So much stuff to do. This is so exciting. Is that regolith? It is regolith. I don't see any... No shovels. That's alright. Not a big deal. Oh, we don't have fertilizer on this, and that's why these have stopped growing efficiently. We could probably grow the fertilizer, but... Or not grow it, but synthesize it and, or send it over. There we go. It's going to give them plenty of stuff to do. Alright, let's go back to the other place. Okay. How's the power looking behind all of this? It is getting pretty toasty. Good. Let's section this off some more. What do we got here? Pip eggs. You know what? Let's put pips on the other asteroid. Why not, right? There we go. Okay, all this is starting to get completed. Alright, now let's come back up here. Perfect. Alright, let's look at the materials overlay. Let's pause it. Material overlay, change it to gases. Okay, there's nothing else in here, which is good. Okay, now we can change this back to like 400. Actually, let's go back to 1,000. Because I want all this to keep running around in a loop, right? And the loop is more or less gonna work better without having two different things pumping into it at the same time. Well, I suppose I could do that and just have it go to both of them and then cut that off temporarily. Yeah, let's do that. That way things don't get stuck. This is mesmerizing. I don't know if you guys find that the same, but what I'm trying to do here is limit the amount of hydrogen we have in the system so that way it continually runs in the way that we want it to. So we're kind of draining it a little bit into this section over here. It's not going anywhere but into the reservoirs, so we're just allowing it to do two things. It's cooling the electrolyzer setup. It's also, you know, providing a backup amount into both of these 4 different hydrogen generators over here. Okay, so now that most of this has been sorted for the most part, we can just let it sit there and do that and change it back to 400. It's going to send all of that in the pipes. We don't need to make anything else here. Now let's look at it again. See, now that there's some gaps, it's going to fill in the gaps, and then this should work a lot more efficiently now that we have that. Let's look at the cold, or the temperature. Yeah, all this is pretty warm. But it's not at 60 degrees like it was before. I mean, it almost seems like it would be worth having a separate box just dedicated to keeping all this cold. It's at 53 degrees coming out of here, and then we look. Yeah, it is a bit rough on the temperature, but it should get colder and colder as it moves along in through these pipes. Are both of them? One is steel. Okay, yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to other things that are just as equally as important as that. Okay, we do need power here. So to start that off, we're going to pause it. Throw that right next to it. We want a reservoir for the hydrogen over here. We need ventilation, right? We need gas pipes. So if we go down and over, and then we go over in this direction, and then we do the same thing that we have directly across, and then that should be good. We should throw for the power, we're going to need a couple of things. We need a smaller transformer, right? We just put it right next to it. And then, how much is this? Oh, yeah, that should be plenty. We'll change to iron. Perfect. Yep, that should be it. And then we'll get more gas pipes. We'll send them down. Actually, instead of making it so weird, we'll go over and down and around right here. So there's part 1, then we go over, and no, not over. We want to go over here instead. What this is going to do is, like I said before, it's going to provide oxygen to multiple areas. Perfect. It's what we want to see. We want to see some progress, right? How is this stuff going down here? Okay, all this is still inside carbon dioxide. The poke shells are hanging out. All right, let's take a peek at the temperature that we know is pretty warm. Yep, it is pretty warm. But that's okay. Okay, so these are hitting the max gas pressure and then they're stopping. All the hydrogen needs to be pumped out. And it's not going here. Why is it not going in this direction? You know, I thought that this is supposed to help the extra, but I think it's solely because of the fact that they there's too much going into one pipe, so it doesn't go. Yeah, this is weird. See if we go like this instead. Yeah, it still kind of stutters. Now it shouldn't stutter at all. Now it should all go here. Oh, what is this? That was really bizarre. I don't know why we had it going back and forth like that. And it's not going anywhere now, which is really weird. Here, let's do this. Like, why does it stutter like that? That's so bizarre. Okay, now that fixes that? So weird. Yeah. I don't understand why it would do that. So now that we have it like this, let's try that again. Okay, that's better. That stuttering is just, I knew there was a reason for it, I just didn't know why. But now it seems to be flowing like we need it to. Okay, cool. Let's continue our adventure here. Alright, so that they cannot reach. They need to go over here. They don't have power yet. We need to do... Oh, we are going to send a below 0. So we don't want this doing anything until all of this oxygen gets pumped out. Or not oxygen, but we want to ventilate all of it temporarily, right? Get whatever we have in here, turn it into a vacuum. Okay, and then the last thing that we need is we're gonna have some plumbing. That's right. Let's just go down and over. We don't want to go in that direction. We want to go over here. Let's get, no, not the wire. The bridge. The bridge. Let's get rid of the bridge. And then we want to cut this pipe. Get rid of this spaghetti. Whatever this spaghetti is doing, we don't need it. And then we go up, and we go up. Yeah, we're gonna make that all into insulated pipe. I don't want any of that to turn into, turn the heat outside of it, right? We want to keep it behind everything. Not behind everything, like we wanted all the heat to stay in the pipe. That's what I meant. Okay. "19 entombed things." That's not good. Alright, let's take a look at this again. Is it still flowing properly? It is. It's flowing without issues. That's what I meant to do. Again, if this becomes too much for this oxygen, what I might do is, well, let's just look. Is it too much? I think it might be a little too cold. What I would think is a good idea is we could change it to where this hydrogen is there's more hydrogen going through this system over here. Man, there's so much carbon dioxide over here. It's because we have the duplicants in and out so much. Let's just turn this off now. We don't want them going in and out of there. There is some stuff in here still, but we can get that later. Oh boy. Is that damage to the temp shift plate? It is damage to the temp shift plate. Okay. So... yeah, I think that we may need to change this to the water setup. Kind of like it was mentioned to us a little bit ago. So we were probably going to do that. Let's do that. Let's go with, no, I didn't want to cut it off there. I wanted to cut it off there. And it'll send all this ethanol back into this pipe. We're going to leave that one alone. But I don't want to damage all of the temp shift plates like we have it damaged here. Like here. Right, because that is what's damaged. Yep. Okay, so with all of that out of the system, what we can do now is cut that off. Maybe let's move it over here. This is the output pipe, so we just they might not be able to reach this, so we're gonna need a couple of ladders. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. Yeah, I think we will do the setup to both. Let's see. It's so cold. Let's see, next dormancy. It should erupt, but it's probably not going to with the way we have it set up right now, but that's fine. We'll just let this warm up. Same thing over here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put polluted water in the system instead of using ethanol. I mean, ethanol does work, but you have to be a lot more conscientious of the temperature that you are putting things at. So we're going to just change it into a similar system that we have on this cool steam vent. Right, we're using polluted water in here. We're going to do the same thing, except probably from right here. This is going to pump all of it. We're going to bring that up into this system. There we go. Let's change the priority to a 9. But this is why we tried the ethanol, because we wanted things to get a lot colder, and it didn't work the way we wanted it to. So now we're going to change it to what we know works, that we have down, like we have down there. Okay, and then on another section we need to do power. We need this here. Yep, I'm gonna make them run inside of the, what do you want to call it? Yeah, we're gonna make them run inside of the hydrogen. Oh, we don't need another slickster. Not even gonna bother. They need to be in carbon dioxide, and we don't really need that right now. Okay, all this is getting pumped out of there. We're going to send all of that into this reservoir, and then changes to what we should have had in the first place, which is the polluted water. But again, this is just something that we tried and it didn't work, so we just need to adjust it. And this is just how it always works. Alright. This is made. That's pushed over there. Does that have power? It does not have power. So, temporary power setup that we're going to put over here. We're going to throw one of these. And then we just need a wire to go straight down here. Perfect. Now we've pulled all of the, well, not all of it, but most of the ethanol through. Let's just change this to 80, no, negative 80. So it sends those. There we go. We need to go over here to this setup. We're going to copy these settings to both of them. Perfect. Okay. Once that ethanol is back in, then we can throw all this polluted water in the system. And then cut this off and then send it back. And then it should be good. And create a nice closed loop with it all the way across. Right? Alright. So now that's good. Cut that there. And how do we want to do this? We want to we'll go up like this, up like that. We will cut this here. And we'll just send a bunch in this. Yeah, we'll send a bunch into the system. Right? There we go. It wasn't that hard to switch it. Not hard at all. No, we don't need to change it. Whoops. I think I did it a couple of times actually, because this is supposed to be all insulated. No, don't do it now. Okay, so what do we got here? All this ice is hopefully going to not break our pipes. Let's see, what is it? Freezing point's negative 20. And we're coming in at 6.5. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, polluted water is going down, and the pipes are getting warmer. The temp shift plate are getting colder, or not colder, warmer. So I don't think we'll have an issue with the with any of this. We're gonna put a bunch inside of the reservoir. Overpressure. Yep. Kind of figured that would happen. This just needs to get warmer. and then it'll be fine. All right, so we're doing okay. I think we're doing fine. Oh, we did not add power. Wait, I thought we did. We missed one part. Oops. Meanwhile, this is all back to 60 degrees. But this heat is going to keep it warming up. So now we have a bunch of this going through it, through the pipes. Let's stop it right there. And then now let's go out. And then in this way, cut this off here. Cut this off here. Then go here. Right? This is to put it all the way through the system. Once again, we don't want any gaps, right? It's a good balancing act, that's for sure. Okay, so we have all of this going, and then back up and around. And then once this is all filled up, we can cut it off here and then put it back. I think we're almost there. So we cut here, and then we open it up back into this spot, and then we should be fine. There we go. I think we have a little bit too much. One, two, three. So now we should be fine. One gap isn't gonna change much. Right, so this should all start to melt, especially with the radiant gas pipe in here. This will also melt at some point. This is so cold. Yeah, we might run into an issue, so we've turned this off temporarily. If this polluted water goes in here, it's going to break the pipe, so we've stopped it entirely. This one was still kind of warm, and it's going through this area, so it's not as cold as this one, right? And then we've got the pipes coming back and forth from in here. So hopefully this is going to warm up enough that we don't have to worry about fixing everything. It may be good to just add the whole loop once this starts warming up. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on over here. How is this doing? I think it's doing okay. We didn't do too much. There we go. We have some oxygen in here. We have to get all of the polluted oxygen. So let's look at the materials and then gas. Yeah, we've got polluted oxygen in here still. We need to get that out of here for it to work. Okay, these are filled with gas or with oxygen, so let's add the station and the checkpoint. We need a checkpoint. Perfect. These don't have enough oxygen yet. which is fine, but we do have a lot to fix up here. Yeah, this is getting really warm. I'm debating my choices right now. Just a smidge. But that's alright. This is all a part of the game, right? Like, we are learning everything. It's going in at 50 and coming out at 50, so this isn't even doing anything for us right now. So it's going here at 48 and coming out at 60. So this is working, but this isn't doing much because it's not in the liquid anymore. That's alright. We will fix it and change it and make it better. That is the goal. We have some idleness. Not a lot of idleness though. Yeah, let's close that off. Okay, and we do need power. Wait, where is it not connected? Ah, right here. There we go. And then the element sensor. Alright, so where are we sending this? This is the chlorine. This one needs to be chlorine. This one needs to be carbon dioxide. And then this also needs to be carbon dioxide. Right? And then where are we sending everything else? We need to send it right here. It does not matter. And then let's turn the priority of that to a 9. How's this stuff going? Okay. Alright, everybody needs to stop going in and out of here. Let's look at the material overlay, gas. There's carbon dioxide in here, but a lot of the other stuff is taken care of. Starting to get that vacuum status. We'll leave that alone for a moment. Yeah, a lot of the ice is melting up here because it's getting way too warm. I've almost considered like making this all in its own little vacuum so nothing can transfer the heat, but then everything would get way too hot. So that'd be kind of fun to try at some point. Alright, what's the next thing we need to do? We need to close this off over here. Well, I don't know if that'll be good to do that right there. How about here instead? That way we capture all of the carbon dioxide, right? That's going to go all the way up here into this section, into this reservoir. And we could even have a secondary one if we wanted to. Let's see, how hot is this getting? 35.1 degrees Celsius. When we need it to be probably warmer than that. We should just go, we'll make it out of steel, and then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make these out of steel, radiant gas pipe, because down here it's really warm, and then over here it's also pretty warm. So we'll do a little bit more made out of steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. Let's check on... Are you stuck? You should not be stuck. Unreachable build. And where's this going? Okay. This is also unreachable. There we go. All right, let's look at the plumbing. So we're going in at negative 7.5, coming out at 0.5 degrees warmer. So this is working. It's just not working very quickly. So I'm wondering if we try something to help with our issue. That's right, that's what we're gonna do. And then we are going to add another bridge right here. Yep, we're gonna make this, take the cooler stuff and throw it against the hydrogen to cool the hydrogen even more directly. There we go. Alright, what do we got on the blueprint? Another slickster. They really want us to have slicksters. Okay, slicksters it is. That's the third one in a row that has had a slickster. Was not expecting that, to be honest. No, we don't want a Pacu fry. We want a Pacu itself. One here. What we should do is, let's add some automation to this. Let's do a critter sensor, throw it in here. Let's get rid of those. Don't need those in here. And we need a automation wire. Let's make that out of this and this. There we go. This way, what will happen is it will turn on if it is less than X amount, right? Like 5 or 6 Pacu. Probably 5 would be best. Okay, let's come back up here. Did they finish all that? I think they did. Okay, over and up and down. And then we go up and over, and then we cut this here. All right. So this should transfer with the cobalt and the steel really nicely, going in the opposite direction. All right, let's just look at the gas. Comes in at 53, comes out at 2.6. And that's probably also because of how cold it is. No? That's probably because of this temperature of this right here. Yeah, we're not touching this right now. Not until this liquid gets a little bit warmer. Which it's slowly getting warmer, right? I say that. There we go. Look at the temperature. So it is, see, it's getting nice and cold right next to it. This is much better. So then in turn, this should start getting colder up here. Yep. Alright, we'll leave that alone. Let that do its thing. Alright, we have oxygen being generated. How's this looking up here? Okay, all this is in a vacuum now, right? Which is good. Here comes unreachable food. Well, that's not good. Even though we have 500,000 galleries. Is there no surf and turf in here? I don't understand. Ah. I do understand. Look at this, ready? It didn't reach due to the fact that we had ice right here. That one little thing broke things. Rude. That is why you need to be very careful as to how much the temperature of everything else is. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure where the water came from, but... Oh, it's in the water cooler. That's where it was. Okay, let's take a look at this again. We aren't allowing the aqua tuner to run right now. Okay. So this is good. This is good that this is happening. Things are getting colder and colder as it's moving through the pipes here. Wow. Alright. I know this episode is a lot of, like, staring at the same thing, but we are really trying to make sure things work the way we want them to. Yeah, we're gonna need to keep doing this until we have a bunch of hydrogen built into this here. This carbon dioxide is continuing to be in here. Let's see, what is the temperature of it? 36 degrees, okay. Who's starving? Well, you should eat. Okie dokie, let's see here. Everything in here is still in the deep freeze, which is good. Alright, let's see here. This stuff is starting to go down in temperature. Now that we've changed this a smidge. So we're trying to do two things right here. We're trying to melt this ice, right? And it's starting to. Before it was not. See, now it's at -3 instead of -4. So that's just going to take some time. We're just going to leave that alone. And then we're going to focus on what we have here is... How warm is this water? It's at 70 degrees. Okay. So, we see this? This is what we're going to do. We got radiant pipe. We don't have a lot of... we don't have a lot. But what we can do is... that. And then I'm going to snake the piping there. And then what we need is, we need to make more steel. There we go. Alright. So this is cool. This is why I love the cut tool so much. We cut and cut, stop, and we pause it. We go... no, we go over, do this, right? And then we do up. So then we go cut, every other one, right? And then now, like this. And then voila. Okay. So right now, we look at the materials overlay, we look at gases. We don't have hydrogen all the way across here, but that's what we need in order for this to work properly. So we need them to do a little bit more I should allow them to go in there. And then the next duplicate to start running on the generator, I'm going to have them go over and then back. Right? Right. And then how's this oxygen in here? Alright, so this is not doing anything right now, but it will. Okay, and then let's see about green signal if it's above 400, I think. Something like that. No, 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 no. We did not want to do that, but that's all right. Because there's oxygen. That's what I was literally just talking about. And that's all right. It's just going to send it in here temporarily, and then what we will do is fix it. Ay, ay, ay. I know, I know. Tragic, right? Yeah, we'll fix that in a minute. Alright, so do we have... Okay, we do have an Atmosuit dock here. We can unlock this. And we don't care if we go in and out of here. Let's look at the temperature. Okay, everything looks good. Then we are going to deconstruct you, and we're going to put the actual correct one in here. I have this disabled. We need this enabled. Move here. Turn this off until they fix that. We need this turned on, and then now we can go inside there. Perfect. They just need a suit. I don't want anybody going in here without a suit. And then what we want to do is plumbing, liquid germ sensor here, and where's the other one go? It goes right here. And we're making that out of copper, and copper is totally fine. Some people don't like the looks of the liquid locks. I'm like 50-50. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I find it has value to be able to play the game without the extras. But I do think it would be nice to have a sort of, what am I thinking of here? Like a built-in airlock would be nice. I don't know if has anybody has Clay ever mentioned anything about why they haven't implemented a airlock system? Anybody have any ideas about that? Let me know. I'd like to know if someone mentioned that. Okay, and then we want power, which goes... Oh, that's strained. 2.2. What else is on there? Down over... Oh, it's like... That's the scary line. We need to be careful about that one. Okay, so what we will do instead is... We'll throw it on this one. Okay, and then we want some shipping. And then we want some other things in here like sand. And then we want a receptacle to ship all the polluted dirt. Right there. And then power. We want this to go over there, and then a bridge. Yeah, that's how we want it. Perfect. And then this needs to be sand. Filtration medium. I'm just going to type it in. There we go. Perfect. Lots of maintenance in this episode. Yep. Lots of maintenance. Okay. This is warming up slowly. We're not going to touch it for a while. We don't need to. We don't need the water right now anyways, so I'm okay with how that is sitting. How cold is this in here? Negative that. Okay, so an interesting thing that I will do right now is that, and then I'm just gonna loop it temporarily. Loop the really cold. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna loop all this very cold ethanol. That way it just cools the area down a little bit. We have it there, might as well use it while we're at it, right? Okay, the weirdest thing. Anybody else see any problems here? I have no idea how all of these Drecos ended up here. It is the strangest things. Oh, they just kind of... Oh my gosh. Alright, well... It's time to murder a bunch of Drecos. Oh wait, don't murder that one. Wrangle that one. Oh, all of them are going here? Why are... I set this up wrong. Whoopsie! I meant to add another one of these, right? It was definitely my intention to add another one. Okay. So, lessons learned. Alright. Then we go from here. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. We need to cut this. And then the filtered is going to be glossy droplet eggs. Yeah, it's too bad that actually, let's do the same thing here. Let's go up. I need a third one. No, not like that. I need a third one. Like so. Hey, vey, I tell ya. Alright, so the filtered output is going to go... We need it to go here. And that is here. Okay. Yeah, that was very silly of me. Okay, and then the last part is the loader, and then this one will also go here, and then this one will go here. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. Man, I'm like, what did I do? But we can wrangle the regular Drecklets. I was really wondering why that was happening. And now I know. And how many Drecklet eggs do we have? We probably have a ton. Drek. 32 of them. Yeah, that's a lot. How much do we have on here? We have one. Oh, that's plenty. Alright. Is this loop done? It is not. Now it should be done. Water's getting warmer and warmer. This area should be cooling down. Definitely is. Good. What about... This is all really warm. How's the carbon dioxide in here? Okay, so we have this element sensor now, which I think we can get rid of temporarily because we are supposed to send it all in this direction. If it's below 1, send a green signal. Right? Plumbing. Let's just see if it works. Alright. Copy that setting, go here. Right, and then this polluted water. Let's look at the germs. This one has food poisoning in it. This one does not. Perfect. So again, now this should be fixed. It's red, then it's green. When it's red, it goes back into the loop. Yeah, I think this should be working now. This just says that it doesn't have any germs on it. But if we go to the germ count, there is germs in there. What I would like to do is help this temporarily. We're gonna throw a Weezewort right here again. Kill the germs in the vicinity so that way it starts working as intended. All right. All this chlorine is gonna be sent in here. That way it removes a ton of that sitting here. So the carbon dioxide will flow down without any issues. Let's copy those settings here. I think we're doing much better now that we have some of that set properly. We're fixing this over here. This is getting cold again because of the negative temperature inside on all of the ethanol. Yeah, this is working really well. It cooled that off in no time. I was really surprised about that. Same thing over here. These are dropping down back to lower than 40 degrees Celsius, which is really good. That was the whole intention of this, right? So, just doing some micro changes to the setups that we have. I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but they're doing it now. Okay. Drecklet egg number 1. Drecklet egg number 2. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that manually, unfortunately. But that's alright. I know some people are like, really? Really? You're gonna keep doing this? Yeah, yes I am. The output is gonna be regular direct eggs. There we go. You know what I could do? I could probably throw one of those right there. And then only put eggs. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Okay, looking great. This is going to be providing water, and then the water, it drops in temperature when the carbon dioxide goes through it. So carbon dioxide is at 38.5 and comes out lower. Again, this is just to try and use the heat that's coming in through all of this. Let's see. Let's send out a bunch of this to deal with the power. Have some duplicates come in here. Okay, and then we need Frankie. I need you. Run. Run, 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 Frankie, run. There we go. Okay. Materials overlay. We still have oxygen in here. Okay, move here. How did we do? No, we didn't do it. Go back. Okay. No, no, nope. Not yet. Alright, we need to have more hydrogen. More hydrogen! Alright, try it again. Alright, let's put the materials overlay. No. No. Okay, 2. No, we need more. More and more hydrogen to get this done. There we go. Well, at least they're running on here. And it's going to be just a little bit more time before we can... Here, we'll do this. We'll make this one run now. There's more oxygen on this side than there is on the other one. And then... Run. Run, move here. There we go. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Oh, wait. Here's what we can do. We can do this, and then we go... Now that's just going to pump everything out in here. Materials. There we go. Now, this is going to vacuum it out, and we... There we go. So once all this oxygen is pumped out, then we should be fine. Perfect. Okay. Now what we do, stop that. No, we don't stop that. We change this. Right? Materials, all that is hydrogen now. We can deconstruct this. And then we go up. Send out all that oxygen. And then cut the pipe there. We go over, and then up. and then we should be good. Now it should send hydrogen only because it's all covered in hydrogen, right? Perfect. Okay, this is gonna be like, let's see, 400-ish? No, 750, I think, actually. 750. And then this one's gonna be above 450. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's take a look up here again. So the polluted water is now at -1. It started at like -7 earlier on. The ethanol is at like -30, and it's cooled off this area completely, which is fantastic. The actual ice itself is going to melt soon. We're making decent progress on fixing the setup that we had. Alright. Let's check our boys over here. Idle, hungry. What do we have for food? Oh, you got plenty of food. Do we not have enough crude oil? It doesn't look like it. Let's open this up. Let's mop all of this extra. Yeah, there we go. We need all this crude oil so we can create a liquid lock with it over here. Oh, I didn't even see that. This is a... okay. We need to do this. And go up. And then, depending on what this is, we may need to enclose that. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. And then, there we go. I'm okay with this stuff mixing, I really don't care up there. But it is that time, everyone. This was kind of a maintenance episode. We had a lot of stuff to fix and kind of tweak to make work, especially in this area up here with the different steam turbines and the ethanol, since we changed the ethanol out for polluted water. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. I do appreciate every suggestion. I read all of them and try to incorporate them at least a little bit because I love learning new things, and I have learned so much just from the comments in our sections below. So please do that and continue providing as much as you would like. That's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.